Ahoy travelers! With not quite almost here, let's dive back into the lore of Vision. You know that glowing gem some Genshin characters carry? Today we're diving into what it is, why it's so important in Teyvat's story, and how you can get one. Okay, so visions are mystical gifts bestowed by Celestia and the seven Archons upon people with extraordinary ambitions, or at least that is what pro-Celestia propaganda wants you to think. These chosen ones are called Allogenes. With a vision, its wielder can channel and control one of the seven elements, which are Pyro, Hydro, Anemo, Electro, Dendro, Cryo, and Geo. According to some theories, the seven elements could be a subset of a larger primordial power, just like how a prism separates white light into the colors of the rainbow. Simple physics, really. So in short, a vision is basically your shortcut to becoming a demigod, since you become stronger than a normal human, but of course not as strong as an Archon. But that is if and only if you've got the will to wield it. Fun fact, the term allogene literally translates to primordial god, or in Japanese, Genshin. Coincidence? I think not. The Great War of Vengeance left the Heavenly Principles gravely injured and unable to use its full authority to subdue the world's original order. He and the one who came after created the Gnosis, using the remains of the third descender as part of a new order. The gods battle royale with seven victors, ultimately being chosen to each possess one of the elemental Gnosis. On top of that, the vision system gifted a tiny fragment of that divine power to those whose desires burn brighter than most. But here's the thing, it's not just a tool, it's a symbol, a fragment of destiny, almost like an unspoken contract between mortal ambition and divine authority. Just think about it, why would the gods give humans powers if not to benefit from it in some twisted way? Diving deeper into the etymology, we discovered that the term Gnosis literally means heart of God, while the term visions means eye of God, two organs of one divine body. Now that's interesting. Let's see what my dear guest has to say about it. Piero, the mic is yours.
The gaze of the gods has always been considered a blessing, hence the origin and meaning of visions. People have always yearned for the gaze of the gods, and yet...
Okay, that's enough, thank you. So not only is he aura farming, but he's basically saying that the visions aren't what they seem. So what is the actual purpose of these eyes? Could the visions be a way Celestia keeps an eye on the citizens, pun intended? But if that is so, then why don't they just give it to everyone for free? Even though visions have existed for over 2000 years, their true nature remains one of Teyvat's greatest mysteries. The Allogenes are often seen as the chosen ones, blessed by the gods, lucky them, but how they're granted is a secret so closely guarded that entire theories exist. Some believe their own nation's Archon gave it to them, others think it's the Archon of the vision's element, and some simply credit the gods in general. As we previously said, to get a vision, you must have a strong will and a desire to achieve something so strong that the gods stopped ignoring you. Every vision bearer is tied to a constellation, said to hold a tiny cosmos within. In Liyue, it is known as microcosmic orbits, and we actually saw it in action, like when Ningguang's constellation glows as she unleashes her full geo power. And we also got a glimpse of Bennett's constellation on the sky of Mar Javari. Visions cannot be destroyed, but they can be taken or willingly surrendered. Just like Gnosis, losing a vision can strip a person of ambition, memories, or purpose. Yet some like Ito and Shinobu seemed unaffected by it. Others even felt freed from their old obsession. But regaining a lost vision usually restores the previously lost ambition. And in Inazuma we saw our glorious King Kazuha double-wield two elements as his will perfectly aligned with his deceased friend's wishes, enabling him to use his electrovision, even if just for a moment. We all know that characters get nerfed compared to the lore. Imagine slicing through a mountain each time you use A's elemental burst. Some characters have more elemental proficiency than others. For example, Shenhe managed to freeze a tidal wave, and Fischl created Oz from her imagination, inspired by a childhood tale she used to read. Fun fact, the youngest vision holders are Shenhe at age 6 and Dilu at age 10. As we know, not everyone has a vision, but interestingly enough, not all elemental users have a vision. The Archons don't need one, of course, and the Adepti can manipulate their element even without their vision. While the Traveler claims that he can't have a vision because he's, an alien, Yai speculates that it may not be the case, but maybe his ambition isn't strong enough for it. Wait, do you think she said that because she already met Alice? Supposing that what we saw in the trailer is an actual vision and not just a placeholder like Vente's vision. So, after understanding all of this stuff, we have to mention the other family members of the Vision family tree. First, we have the odd little cousin, the Delusion, which literally translates to Evil Eye or Eye of Corruption from the Russian term. These are the Fatui-made counterfeits, basically Temu versions, which are really, they are really cool and super helpful, allowing the user to manipulate the elements. They are made using residues from fallen gods, like the giant snake from Inazuma. Link in the description for a time-limited discount, or go to their website, thefatuiarnotevil.com. Side effects may include rapid aging, persistent suffering, and death. We are not accountable for any of them, lol. Okay, so on the more ancient side of the family, we have the Moon Wheel, which was revealed during Inefa's quest. Not much is known yet, but it is said to hold a purer form of power, made by the Heavenly Principles and the 3 moons given to their human followers. Don't worry, we are definitely going to get more info as we explore Northcry. And that's it! What do you think is the actual purpose of Vision though? Comment down below and check out my other content. I'm actually new to all this, so I would really love to have your feedback. See you next time!